Hi folks, it's the 9th of November, so here is my entry for Eloquent NaPodPoMo, and I'm completely away on break today because it's my fiance's birthday. So I've not recorded a podcast, I've not edited a podcast, I've not planned a podcast, and I've not really thought about or done much for it. However, it doesn't mean I've done nothing. I was actually searching for some DVDs for upcoming shows. So for Pop Culture Deprived, we watch a different movie each week, and sometimes those movies are not available in the myriad streaming services I use. So in the UK, we obviously have stuff on TV, and I have Sky Cinema, so there's a lot of movies there. I have Amazon Prime, so lots and lots available there, and they're quite good at some slightly more niche stuff sometimes. And I have Netflix as well, so at the very least, the major streaming services, if not all of the ones we really have in the UK, because we don't have CBS Access and CW and Hulu and all these other different versions that you can have in the States. However, there are still some films that I can't find, so today I popped into a couple of shops and we have a chain across the UK called CEX, Cash Exchange, I think it is. It's a place that people take DVDs and games and tech and so on and trade in for money or in-store credit, and then they sell them on second hand. So I was quite pleased to find that they had the next two movies that I didn't have coming up. So I've got them stocked. So I think that means I've actually now got access to everything we're going to be watching across all of the rest of November and December, and into January as well. I think pretty much everything we now have scheduled I've got, which is really good because it is a bit frustrating when you get to go and watch something and it's suddenly not available where you thought it was. You have to jump on Amazon to rent it or Google Play to rent it or something along those lines. So what I also do with movies that I buy on DVD is I then rip them to MP4 so that I can watch them on my computer, and that then makes that editing process a bit easier because I can cut out sections of the audio if we want to use clips or reference everything. As I said, when I was editing, we sometimes use that, so that's really useful, and it makes it a little bit easier to have the actual MP4 version with you. I generally keep all the DVDs, so that's why I'm fairly comfortable ripping them, because it just makes it easier to access them than having to turn on another device and deal with physical media. I can stream them off a network hard drive. So we are now almost a third of the way through November, and I've posted something every day. I hope you're enjoying them. I've had a good few questions, so it's been interesting to hear that people are wanting to hear about different aspects of the podcast that we record. If you do have questions, if there are things you want to ask or for me to go in a bit more depth, I'm happy to do so. So feel free to tweet me at Matthew Vose, or drop a comment wherever you find this, or generally find me on any social media platform. I will speak to everyone tomorrow.